There it is. The little thing flashes up saying, you're live. And I am on YouTube. Welcome to Zwift. This is stage 3, week number 3 of the Cobble Crusher series for April, where we're crushing some cobbles and going over all manner of cobbled lands and roads, mainly in France, to be honest. 4-week series. 2 of them are in France. One's in Paris, which apparently is not France. At least on Zwift it's not. It's a different world. So they have a France world and then they have a Paris world. And this is the only week we're not in those worlds. There are cobbles aplenty in Richmond, Virginia. So we're in the USA, hopped over the Atlantic Ocean. And yeah, we're in Virginia, actually 1 state up from where I am, because I'm in North Carolina. And welcome along. This is Duncan, and we are going to do race number 3, stage 3 in the series. The first 2 have not been phenomenal so far, as you'll have known. You can go and watch them on YouTube. Not the best. Staying with the leading group for a while and then getting dropped in week 1. And then week 2, we stayed with the leading group for a while and then got dropped. Did this one earlier in the week, and those of you who know me will know I actually quite like Richmond as a course, because it's got a couple of really good short, sharp climbs. The Libby Hill and 23rd Street especially. And then you've got this kind of long grind up to the finish called Governor Street, which is the end. It's not a categorized climb, but frankly, it's probably harder than the other 2, to be honest, because it's longer. It's at least 0.3, 0.4 miles of uphill, nasty, 5, 6, 7, 8%. So, yeah, I did this one earlier in the week, and I didn't finish it. It's very unusual for me to be a DNF. Part of the problem is, so this is 2 laps of the hill section of the course. So we're not doing, if you know Richmond, there's a flat bit and then you go down here and then there's the hills, the 3 hills. We're actually doing a loop, which is just the hills, and we're doing it twice. So we get to do 6 hills. Libby Hill, 23rd Street, Governor Street. Then you go around and you do the same again. And we need to talk about power-ups as well in a moment. But what happened on Wednesday was, I love this course. I'm going to stay with the group, go around to the bottom of Libby Hill for the first one, stuck with the group Libby Hill, just about held on the downhill bit, which was, normally that's a rest, but it's not on these races. 23rd Street, yep, we're okay, stayed with the group there, just about stayed up on the downhill bit, and then we came to Governor Street, and coming up Governor Street, the little group accelerated again. And I kind of went to put my foot on the accelerator, to use a car analogy, and there was nothing there. It was empty. The tank was empty. And not only was the tank empty for doing an acceleration, I actually had to stop halfway up Governor Street on the first time because I didn't have anything left. I had literally, without thinking about it, without realizing it, out of force of habit more than anything else, I had used up an awful lot of energy stomping my way up Libby Hill and 23rd Street. I had gone over threshold, and I had blown it. And I'm so used to really going up those 2 hills hard and fast that was tough. The other thing that was tough, though, was the descents. Normally you get a bit of a respite on the descent. Now, if you're in a group, you don't get the super tuck anymore. They've changed that in Zwift. But the other thing is there are power-ups here. There's 2 power-ups today. There's the feather, which is good for going uphill, and there's the anvil, which is good for going downhill. If you have an anvil, and you are going down the descent after Libby Hill or 23rd Street, that's where these races are being won. I've watched a few on YouTube of other people racing. That is where leading groups are going away. And if you don't have one, you're in big trouble. You may just manage to keep up. Certainly second time around, second lap, that's where the races are being won. So we're going to see what happens. I haven't finished this race, so if I am to get a score in the overall classification for this, I'm going to need to at least finish today. So I might be a little more conservative than normal. Basically, what it's coming down to is can't stay with the leading group for the 3rd week in a row. Probably not fit enough. And that may be the overall problem here, is I'm just not fit. Not doing California Coast Classic this year in California. And as a result, I have not been doing the fitness work that you would normally expect. So here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get going. We'll see if I can stick with it for a while, at least to the bottom of Libby Hill. But I think I'm going to have to be really careful as to how I do Libby Hill and stuff like that. Now, this is also quite a tough field. The field on Wednesday was not tough. There was some good 20-minute powers. I was about halfway down the 20-minute power, but I was arguably had the best sprinting numbers. So, on that Wednesday group. Today, there's a couple of people here. If I see the names, I'll point them out. Who have been competing in B category races and getting seconds and thirds. And for some reason, still allowed to compete in a C category. Yeah, we'll see. Well, we got 66. So up to the start finish line for the first time. See, there's 2 power-ups flashing there. On Wednesday, it gave me a anvil first time. Now I've got a feather. So I'll save that for Libby Hill. But I've got to try and keep up because there may be a little break. So let's try and keep up at least to the bottom of Libby Hill. But I have got to be careful not to blow myself out. Going up Libby Hill and 23rd Street, first time round, or even second time round, because Governor Street is not my favourite hill. And that's how both those laps end. Right, let's try and stay with this crowd. Here we go. Oh. Easy. All right, so normally on the original Richmond course, we'd have gone straight back there. Here we turn left and we'll essentially go down. We just cut out all the flat bits. Gonna go down the opposite side of Governor Street. So a little downhill bit here, then a flat, and then another downhill bit to the bottom. With a 2-step process to this descent. Someone there using their anvil, I can see. Ugh. I'll take it easy here. Treat this as the warm-up. Hold it together. Right, so 2 laps of this course. Much prefer it when there's only 1 time up each of the hills. I don't know how we're going to do. Just try and finish it, and then next week is back in France. We're doing, is it Caspat? I think. So very similar to that first week, except we've got a hill towards the end instead of the intestine wiggly bit. Yeah, we'll see. Wouldn't expect great things out of that one either. Anyway, but today we're just doing it. Get this one over with. Get a score at least on the general classification. Remember in the last round in London, I came 168. Very, very good numbers for me anyway. Really only got dropped on 1 out of the 5 races. Something about these lumpy courses, a bit stronger. Right, I have no desire really to go with if there's people going off the front here. Just try and stay with the group. At least a little bit if they do bunch. If they don't, if people go, let them go. I just need to finish this race today. Get a score in the general classification. Get a time on the board. So, up we come. A little lump just here along the bottom. Underneath the rail tracks. And mentioned this before. This was the course for the 2015 World Championship. Peter Sagan won. Went clear on 23rd Street and stayed away to the end. Awesome finish. Well worth a look. Also the course I famously had Huggy Duck on my head. Not today. Right. Oh. Holding it. 2.3 miles in. So we're going to go along here towards the end. Then we got a little U-turn, like a hairpin. And then as we start to come back the other way, you can see it in the map in the top right there. We start to come back, then we'll switch to the right, goes uphill a bit, Then we have that hard right-hander onto Libby Hill, onto the cobbles. And me not being very fit, I'm not expecting to be able to last, at least with the group. Hopefully, though, I can find a group to ride with, because this field here that we're looking at is like over half the field right now. This field is going to split on Libby Hill, again on 23rd, and on the descents, because people are going to use anvils, and that splits the field. The descents are now part of the race. Normally on this course, they are not. With anvils, they are as people riding through the... Ouch! Oh. And if you looked above my head, directly up there, see my green screen is fading. The lighting has changed since I set this up an hour ago. All right. Yeah, someone took that post in the face. They certainly did. Right, coming along here towards the bottom of Libby Hill first time. Let them go. I'm not going to win this race, especially seeing some of the people in it. Hardcore. Certainly is. So, I need to stay within my limits. As difficult as this is going to be for me not to pound my way up these two first hills, I've got to keep it easy. Telling myself it's okay to let people go. All right, on we go. Almost to the right-hander. Here's the official beginning of the climb. Come on, guys. Keep it together. There's still a bit of a draft here. Until we drop to 18 miles an hour, there's a draft. There we go, now the draft is gone. So let's do Libby Hill for the first time. Here we go. Might just drop into the small chain ring for this. Hold it together. And I will use my feather, but only after we get on the cobbles. Okay. Gruppetto! Come on, guys. Form a gruppetto. Do it. Swing right onto the cobbles of Libby Hill. Goes up to 22% at one point along here. Only for a moment, but all counts. There's a little hairpin coming up. Turn left here. Then there's a right-hand hairpin. That's where it's super sharp. Okay. Hold back. I'm so tempted to go right now. Hold back. All right. Hit that. There it goes. Hold it. Don't go crazy. Maybe we can get a group together on the descent here. Let's see. As I said, this group just busted wide open. And it's an anvil. So I'll use that on the descent in a moment. Make up some spaces. Oh, a lot of red there at the bottom. There. Way along. Red, red, red. Oh. Little early for the anvil. Use it late. Use it after it really starts going downhill. Had to hit it right with this pink flag. There we go. Anvil. And sit back. Breathe. Breath back. Good thing is, anvil no longer counts against you going up a hill. Miraculously. Oh, the temptation here is to go. Easy, 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 easy. Okay. 23rd street for the first time. 18th out of 66. Feeling okay. Got 6th up that hill. Another anvil. We'll use that on this descent. There we go. And down, up. Right, coming up to the nemesis of Governor Street, right? 18th of 66. If I can survive this, hopefully I'll finish the race. Just need to survive. No rush up this hill. Not very good at this hill. It's about half a mile. It's too long. And again, I mustn't use too much energy. Let's drop it. Small chain ring. It goes up to 8-9% in a minute. There you go. Easy, easy, guys. Nice and easy. Don't go crazy. Then this corner, it steepens. This is where I lost it the other day. Right with the leading group. Around that corner, so they started to go when I hit this 8% right here. I couldn't stay with them. And I realized I had nothing. Nothing at all. All right, these guys are going. If they want to go, let them go. 1 lap to go still. Got to do all of this again. Would love to ride with a group. Second time round. But I will wait for a group rather than use energy. Here we go. About halfway up the hill now. When we swing left at the top here, it does pretty much go flat. So I always felt like it kind of climbed all the way to the finish line. It does not. So still on the inner chain ring. Let's go. So I've already done better than Wednesday. Already done better. Get a little bit of relief after this. So, let's catch up with this group if I can. A little bit of energy. There we go. And we're up. Big chain ring. That's right. Come on, guys. Let's go. They're tired. It's good. Stay with this guy. Getting a bit of draft. 18 miles an hour. A little draft. Good group. Stay together, guys. Give them all a Thumbs up. There we go. Lap 1 done, halfway. See what else we can do. What's it going to give me? Anvil. We use that on the downhill. Coming up in just a moment. Meantime, I'm just trying to pace myself with this group without going in the lead. Tired people here. There's a few, looks like people riding alone or in 1s and 2s up ahead. Might catch them. We're lucky. There's what, 6 of us in this group? 3 hills to go. 2 short ones, 1 long one. A lot of it comes down to power-ups from here, but I'm happy to survive the first lap and be in a group. 20th is not bad. What are we fighting for, like 18th, 17th, something? As long as the time is good for the GC. Right, hold it together. Oh, nice and easy. Rest downhill here. Not using the anvil here. Is that a group of 1, 2, 3 up ahead? I think so. 3 is a good number. We may not catch them. If it was 1 or 2, we might. If it's 3, we'll only catch them if there's 2 passengers and just 1 person driving. We'll see. And they're not far from the people in front of them. Interesting. Right. Out of this slot on average, well, 6 of us, so 3 should have anvils. I'm 1, so maybe a couple others with anvils. Find out when we swing right in just a moment. Little downhill here. And then when we swing right, do the proper downhill. Like 5% is not a proper downhill. 5% is a hill when you're going up. It's not a hill when you're going down. Not compared to what we're about to get here. Right. Oh. And drop it. Oh, a little early. Never mind. Should have dropped it on this left hand. Here we go. Yeah, this bit right here. No, never mind. I guess I should have used it on that 5%. I thought there was a drop right there, and there isn't. Never mind. Looking along my power line at the bottom there, look, my heart's at 163. Power is a good bit of grey and blue in there. Just occasional trips to orange. I'm liking that. Hopefully we'll stay that way to the bottom of Libby Hill. I don't know what to do up Libby Hill this time. Should I go for it or not? Knowing there's 2 more hills, including Governor Street, and I have used energy. I might stay with the group. We'll see what they do on Libby Hill. Of course, you know what's going to happen. 6 of us, 2 of them are going to go like crazy. Especially with a rabbit up the head. 8, 9 seconds, you can make that up on Libby Hill. All right. Breathe. Nice and easy. No drink. Telling myself, as much as I want to stomp up the hills and beat this group, I've got to finish the race. It's my first thing. Finish the race. 9 seconds to a group of 4 behind us. All right. Then 18 seconds further back beyond that. Yeah, these hills are gonna wreck all these groups. All right, catch up. Oh. How long we go? Coming to this hairpin, remember it's a left-hand hairpin, and then it's flat for a little bit, and then where the road starts to branch to the right, away from the parallel with this one, that's where the hill begins, and then the real hill is on the cobbles. Now, what did I have first time around? I had a anvil, then a feather, then an anvil. That means I do not have a feather for Libby Hill this time, and I've got 2 power-ups to come. One at the top of Libby Hill, and one at the top of 23rd Street. I'll take either of those in either circumstance, because there's still the uphill to come. Even after the top of 23rd Street, there's a downhill. Then there's Governor Street, that unclassified climb that I don't like. Much better than last week. Remember last week? Was it like the ghost and a burrito? The ghost made it fun at the end when I was in a group of 3 and all 3 of us used the ghost at the same time. And it was like, okay, I've just got to sprint because I don't know where anyone is. And I did beat them. Oh, that was fun. All right. That's enough of the flat. 2.8 miles to go. Most of which is hills. Up, down, up to the finish line. I say up, down, yeah. And the first up begins in just a moment. Down to 5 seconds to the people in front. These are people who put in more effort first time round. Maybe we'll catch them, or maybe they're better at hills. Just don't know. Just don't know. All right, here we go. Onto the hill. See what happens. Again, no. Certainly until we get to the cobbles. No interest in doing anything here. Dropping down the gears. I'm still in the big chain ring, but I'm about to drop to the small one. There we go. Drop the small one. I'll lose a little bit of pace just there as I come up to speed on the small one. Whoa. A little early to use your feather. Getting dropped. Never mind. Don't go crazy. Haven't hit the cobbles yet. Cobbles will make fools of us all. Yeah, they're getting away. Okay. I've just got to finish the race. Hello, TT. In a Scotland shirt. All right. Let's just do it. Nice and easy. Stand up. We'll do it. Own pace. Right at my own pace. Sharp corner coming. Big group right behind. Two hills to go still. Don't blow it. It's going to give me handle coming up in a moment. Racing on the downhills when I want to take a break. easy. Nice and easy. All right, last time up here, last steep hill. Oh, too much red. Come on, top of the hill. Last power up. What's it going to be? Oh. So. And take it. Oh, super tuck. Excellent. This is what I needed. Just a break here. And we're off. Final run to the finish. Mile to go. So tired. So tired. On the map up ahead, I see it's totally broken up. There's no groups. Oh. Naught 0.7 to go. All uphill more or less. Survive. Just survive. Let's do it. To the finish. For Huggy Duck. For freedom. And for the California Coast Classic. Donate today. Details in the bottom right. Oh. Here we go. 0.3 miles of pain. Or about 0.4 maybe. Oh boy. There's a group. Try and stay with them. Little chain ring. Can I do it? I'm telling myself this hill is shorter than I think. It isn't. Keep going. Come on. Big chain ring to the finish. So tired. Nothing in the legs. Eighteenth. Come on. 18th. Wow. But I did it. I did it. So, let's see what the winner got. Oh, there's me. 31:03. The winner. 29:13. 1 minute 50 faster than me. But go down to 7th. 30:31. That was that group that came in ahead of us. So, not bad. Wow. 2.7 watts per kilogram is not a great output. So, leave me there, 213 watts, 2.7 watts per kilogram. I'll take it. Comfortably in the C category. And not a bad time. So, thank you everyone for joining. Been a pleasure having you with me. Next week, we're in France again for the final one of the series. After that, we'll see what the following series is. I may take a break, do some training, because apparently I'm not fit. So, all right, again, take a look at the California Coast Classic, please. Send me a message if you want to ride next year, 2024. Come on, you've got time to book your time off work there. You can do it. And we will catch you next time. All right, thank you, everyone. Ride on and bye for now.